Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video we're going to be using a sketch from Pinterest, but the collection is actually Chamel's new collection, the main character I think it is. I got it from my little scrapbook store. And the sketch we're going to use is right here. So you can pause, cut up the papers that you have at your house, and then come join me at the table, okay? So I'm going to already have the base paper, which I'm using from P13. No, Crafter Consortium. It's the wood grains, but in the bright colors. So I grabbed the purple. And then I took one of Chamel's papers and cut it down to 10 by 10, letting the wood grain frame the base, basically. It's framing where our center stuff is going to be. Now, in looking at the sketch as I'm doing the voiceover, I realized there was an element that I left off, and that's that scallop. I guess it's like a border that's underneath the photos. I did not do that. However, you know, the thing with these type of sketches is you don't have to do every single thing that you see there. The whole idea is we have a grid. I'm creating my grid with elements from the packs, and then I have a little area that I'm going to do some journaling on, and then the open area is where I'm going to put my title. Okay, so this is how it's probably going to lay out. I got the background or my mats from the 6x8 paper pad. And I'm just kind of laying things down, figuring out where I want to put them. That little element right there with the flag, it says free spirit. I wind up moving it from underneath that photo because I'm not putting anything like that on the other three. So to keep it kind of uniformed, I decided to actually go to put it in the center where Fearless is. And then right now I'm kind of cutting out, I'm cutting out the title, which is going to be my story in the glitter, and I'm leaving it on the background paper because I'm just trying to make sure that that's the title I want to use. And then I noticed that there's a what's it called, it says it's in blue, so it's not the purple, but I was thinking I would like that above, so it says this is my story. And the story is going to be about my 3 lovely kitties. That's why I got the 3 photos, one with each of the cats. The black and white one is actually a little bit blurry in the picture. So sometimes, you know, you may not have the best quality photo. It's okay. There's so much going on with there being 3 different photos that it's going to be okay. Now, these flowers, I pulled them out just in case, but I think I'm not going to use those. I'm thinking this is pretty much the layout, and then we're just going to start getting everything kind of taped down. Now on the sketch, there is that sort of like a ribbon or bow right in the middle, and I'm going to use, it's a ribbon collection that I got from my little scrapbook store. And let me put on my glasses while we're just gluing and taping. This is called Art Collection Vintage Christmas, and it's from Studio Lights, and it's a really, it's more organza. It's an organza ribbon that we're going to use, but it's in kind of that gold color, so it's going to help tie in all the gold elements that we're going to take from this collection, and it's really pretty, and you get quite a bit, so I still have plenty to use on another project if I wanted to. So we're still laying down our photos, and of course I ran out of tape, so we're gonna have to go ahead and get that reloaded. Now this first one I put in somehow got messed up, and you're gonna see here in a second. I'm gonna try and actually use it, and it's not gonna work. So I don't know I was thinking about on this one kind of putting it behind a pattern paper and then maybe change it up, but I think I wind up just leaving that pattern paper off and using just the white piece. It's a little bit shorter than the photos, but I'm okay with that. So I think we're still going to do the 2 photos, the one up at the top. I'll put my journaling to the left, and I'm going to go ahead and, oh, here it is, because I'm trying to put the photos down. I'm like, why won't this come out? It should be working, you know. It's very easy. You put it in, you close it up, and then you start rolling. But for some reason, it's just not working right. So you're going to see me change it again because I throw it out because it's on my nerves. And we're going to go ahead and grab another one and get it loaded. But of course, I'm kind of playing with it at this point because I'm trying to see if I can get it to work, you know. But I'm the way I positioned the video, you can't see my hands at the moment. I'm sorry. It seems like, see, I just threw it down because I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to give up. And then finally, I switched it to one that does work, and we're back on track. Sorry for that. It doesn't always, you know, go smoothly, even when you're making videos, if you're live, you know, sometimes something's going to fight you, you know. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Sometimes I like to pop the photos up on a project, but on this one, I just wanted everything to kind of lay flat. So the main thing is I want to make sure my photos are where I'm going to put them. So when I go to do the organza ribbon, I can attach it on the back and then glue it down. So that way there's no fraying. So you'll see that here in a second. The one thing I love about sketches is it gives you ideas for using elements on your layouts that you sometimes forget about. We get tons of ribbon, we buy ribbon, and a lot of times we hardly use ribbon on our projects, you know. And if you purchase anything from my little scrapbook store, there's always ribbon kind of like on your bag when you get it. And I keep it. I hoard it because you never know when you're going to want to use it, or if, you know, there's a challenge on a crop where you need to use ribbon on your project. And I like it because it reminds me, oh, why don't you use your ribbon? So now I've taped and glued on the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this down. See, that's why I didn't initially tape down this square. I added the photos first to make sure I had my placement. And then I did the ribbon, so that way when I go to put it down, I know the ribbon is protected underneath that square. And then I didn't put any glue on the top side, and there's a reason. I want to create a bow. So with it being open, I'm going to tie a knot and then do my bows. And I had plenty of hangover so I could get the bow to the exact size that I want. These strings are a little bit too long, but for right now, I'm going to leave them while I start to put everything down. I do trim them later though. Okay, so we're going to build our little section down here. And these flowers are so pretty. And with them being purple, I was like, I got to use it on this project. And then we're going to use the Fearless because I'm telling you, these cats, that's one word I would definitely use for them. Because they'll jump from the highest point to the ground like they're Superman. I'm like, you guys do know that's a far jump, right? They don't care. They don't care. All right, so we got our middle section with everything glued down there. And then next we're going to go and work on our, these foam stickers. Let me tell you about these things. I always feel like I'm about to rip them up because they are so secure to this white paper. I don't know what they are doing over at American Crafts with this. I think sometimes we get stuff on clear, sometimes it's on the white. This white, it sticks so hard that you always feel like you're about to rip it trying to get it off the paper, the backing, but it is really secure. And then I always put a little bit of wet glue behind my foam pieces because the thing that scares me is that it's going to lose its stickiness and then drop off. But if you use a little bit of the wet glue, you know it's going to stay strong, because art glitter glue, Barely There glue, they are really strong glues. And now we're just going to put a little bit on the This Is, and then we have our title. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. That's my cats deciding to have a little Zoomy party. All right. Once I trim down the bow, the little tails of the bow, I'm going to glue the back of the bow down so that way it stays in place. And now I'm going to lay down the camera. Now these cameras that I'm putting down, I have here one where the flower is, and then another one we're going to put over here on the left side. I fussy cut those from the specialty paper, and they were the ones that look the most purple, and they are like a vellum, but I use the art glitter glue because it dries clear. And then we're going to start, adding some elements. There was a pink butterfly, so I'm going to use that. That was with the word story. And then I'm going to pull out the sticker book. It's not really a book. It's like a what is it? 6x12. And then you open it up. It feels like a book because you open it up. All right. So this sentiment says, the world is full of beautiful things. And I put that up above the center photo. And then I'm also going to use it's the pink semicircle up where the tags are. I'm looking at it now. I'm going to go ahead and take that off, add a little glue, and it's going to go into that open space right up above where the journaling. So it gives a little interest there. And then I'm not sure. I was looking for... Oh, okay. No, I'm going to go ahead and start putting down some hearts. I have some gold hearts that are on the sticker sheet here. So I'm going to put 3 of those down. And then I don't think I grabbed anything else from there. Do I? Oh, yes, I do. The kind of like stars. And I'm going to glue them and put one at the top there. I think one over by my story. Yeah, over by This Is My Story. And kind of in between the flower and the cats down here. They're like little sparkles. You know how when you have drawings where there's like, oh, this is sparkling. I decided to put those around. And then Salem wanted to be on the video, I guess. You might have heard him. All right, and now we're putting down an arrow that I got from the stickers. And then I'm looking, because I was like, I thought I had a camera, but I think not here. I'm going to look again. All right, so right now I'm actually using some of the puffy stickers. This is my first time using the puffy stickers, and usually I will put a little bit of glue behind those as well. But I think this time I just laid them down. And then these elements, I'm going to put a little bit of glue behind. So in the center of the cameras, this is where I start looking for, because I'm like, I know I got another camera here somewhere. Where did I put that camera? And then I found it. It was over on the right hand side. So I'm going to glue that down because I want to use some of the flats. They're like enamel dots, but in different shapes. So the enamel shapes. So I'm using the gold circles in the center of each of the cameras, And then I also go back and where the viewfinder, I guess where you would be looking through technically, I'm going to put a little sparkle element on that as well. So it's like it's 2 things on the camera. Because if you're not going to do it now, when will you do it, right? And then if there's any glue that's underneath those areas that stick out, those elements are going to cover it. But I don't know why, but whenever I do anything with a camera, I always want to put a gem right in the center. Sometimes I do it with the flowers, which I could have done with the 2 flowers where feelers in them are, but I decided to do the cameras only. So now I'm going to cover up my photos because that's the one thing I love about grids. Grids do not take long to do, depending on how many photos you're doing, if you wanted to decorate one side or the other. I really like how they come out and how you just get, it's something satisfying about them. I don't know what it is, but I realized this year, especially with the crop that we just had in October, that I really like a grid layout. You know, it takes some of the thinking away. It's like boom, 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 and you're done. So right now I'm splattering, of course, because you know it's one of my favorite things. So I did the gold. Now I'm doing the black soot. And then we're going to hit it with the picket fence white. My trifecta. I always use those 3. If I don't use one, it's because I'm probably using another color. So if I had like Villainous Potion here at my desk, I could have done splatters in that because that would have been a nice deep dark purple instead of the black. You know what I mean? Because it would have been a darker color. I just like having the 3. The gold for a little bit of shine, white just adds something on color paper, and then the dark color is it just makes me feel good. It's hard to explain, but ever since I started doing it that way, I like how it looks. It's the cherry on top. Okay, so here is the final project. Leave any comments down below, and I appreciate you guys hanging with me today. Here are some close-ups. Now, if you have any questions, like I said, leave them down below. If you like, please consider hitting the thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would so appreciate it, and I would look forward to seeing you guys next Friday with our next video. And I hope you all have a blessed and very happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, you guys, and have a great one.